Hey, what's going on, everybody? In this video, I will be going over beginner techniques in the world of Fortnite building. For starters, think of the map as one giant grid. Every square block you're able to build to your offense, defense, or just to show off, which we will get to in the next video. In terms of materials you can build with, there's wood, brick, and metal. In-game, you need to hit specific items to give you more materials that applies to it. If you harvest mats from cars, you get metal. If you harvest mats from rocks, you get brick. And if you harvest mats from trees, you get wood. There are smaller and more obscure items in-game that also give you materials. The more you explore and harvest items, the more you will get the feel for what mats you get from which items around the map. Take into consideration when you're harvesting materials that every 10 mats are one build. In total, there are walls, floors, cones, and ramps in each material. The first technique that I will be going over is called cranking 90s. In any shooting game, it is ideal to gain high ground or height on your opponents, ensuring more headshots when you look down to shoot at them, which puts more damage on their body. For 90s, you'll want to place a wall on either the left or the right side of you to start. I start with the left, and then build a wall in front of you, a floor, and then a ramp. The reason you'll build walls and floors as you build ramps is so you can't get shot down easily. When you build only ramps, it takes 5 bullets to shoot you down, and depending on how high you are in the air, you're able to take fall damage and die. As I've mentioned before, it only takes 5 shots to shoot out a ramp. This next technique is called a reinforced ramp. For this style of build, you build a ramp, a wall, then a floor. In this scenario, it takes 10 bullets to chop your build, giving you more time to find a safe spot so you do not take fall damage. Another style that goes hand in hand to practice with reinforced ramps are reinforced turns. For this, you turn 90 degrees, place a floor, a wall, then a ramp. This helps you change the direction you can shoot in a battle while changing direction with your builds. One thing you have to make sure of with this style is staying a little to the back of your ramp so you don't get stuck under it as you build. Therefore, when you jump into your next turn, make sure you are toward the back half of your ramp. Once you know how to take height, you're going to need to learn how to drop from it. This technique is called waterfalling. To accomplish this, when you run off of a build, you spin 180 degrees, place 2 walls, and a ramp to catch yourself. Spin 180 degrees again to keep running forward, and repeat until you're about 1 to 2 blocks from the ground so you do not take any fall damage. Next, we have a great maneuver for putting yourself in what's called a turtle box. For this, you spin around 360 degrees, building walls on all sides of you, in addition to a floor under and above you, and a cone above your top floor. This protects you from getting shot from all sides. I just started going over all of the edits that you are able to do on a wall pretty slowly. Triangle corner edits, there are circles or squares that you can do, doors, windows. All 3 at the top 6, You can do the right 6 or the left 6. And you can also do this here, in addition to 2 windows. To show you these next edits, I'm going to expand one turtle box over. So now I'm in a double box and placing cones on the floor. There are a couple cone edits that you can do here, not too much that you're able to do. As you can see, you can hit each side, both sides on the front, both on the back, 1, 1, or all 3. And for that scenario, it's good for walking up them when you're about to look through a cone. Not too much more than that really, but we'll get to that a little later. For floor edits, there's just top right, top left, bottom right, or all 3 at one time, 2 at one time. With ramps, there are only a couple edits you could do similar to floor and cone. One is flipping it, going back and forth. The other is cutting it in half, 90 degrees. You can also make a staircase that you can walk up like that. And that's just me resetting. Then you can make it go half. Mostly useful for different types of scenarios. As you can see, you can look through them, and that's a neat part about ramps and cones for a tactical advantage on people. But I would just practice editing more so, and we'll get into that in a future video. A great thing to practice starting from the turtle box with a ramp in the turtle box is to go up in a full 1x1. And the way that you would do that is by building a wall all the way around you, a floor under you, and a ramp to go up. And right before you peek your head out, you spin around 360 degrees, building walls around you, and then a floor, and then a ramp, and repeat. Another safe way to get down from height, in addition to waterfalling, which I taught you earlier, is just editing down in your own 1x1. So once you have height, you just edit from left to right. You are able to do right to left if that's more comfortable for you. I've just learned with my muscle memory doing it left to right, so whichever is easiest for you. And you could pretty much just do that all the way down, or just 1 or 2 boxes up so you don't take any fall damage when you drop down. For any situation, editing ramps and floors is super important. Another great way to crank up in your 1x1 turtle box is with the cone. So with this, we'll be editing up, building all around you, resetting the floor and cone, editing the cone up, building walls 360 degrees, floor cone, editing up, and repeat. Make sure that you are behind your cone when you're editing it. If you jump and time it properly, as you see, you don't even have to edit up. You can just jump and get the next box. What up, tower? What up, tower? Oh. Alright. Another great thing to practice are cone edit downs with your floor. As we mentioned earlier with cone edits, you can, edit them a bunch of different ways, but you can also edit yourself down, same as a ramp, by standing on the back side of the box when you edit the cone, and it brings you down. You can do both, you can do all 3. but it's a good thing to practice in addition to the embedded downs. I didn't go over all of the edits in this video, however I will go over all of them in the next video, which will be intermediate offense and defensive building and editing. Make sure to click the like and subscribe buttons below, and I hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you in my chat when I'm live. Peace.